Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Our new roof has been incredible. It has rained pretty much every day since we installed it and no leaks at all, which is huge for us. Such a relief not to have to worry about that anymore. And also every time we drive up, it just looks amazing. We still haven't gotten used to it, so that's just been great. Now that everything's dried in, we can finally shift focus to our front porch again. We've been wanting to stain it for a really long time, and so we're gonna stain that this week. So you guys know me, any chance I get to use this laser engraver, I'm gonna do it. So we're gonna use this to do some sample pieces and test them out before we put it up. So these are some pieces of cedar that we milled, and I think it's very likely that these are from the same batch as the wood that we used for our front porch. This has been sitting outside for a while. It was in my secret cedar stash, but since the tent blew over, now it's just been getting really weathered. We're gonna leave one side like this, and we went ahead and planed the other side so it's all smooth and fresh. I wanna use these today to test out some different colors of stains. We got this whole pack of samples from Ready Seal, and we just wanna test them all out, see what they look like before we commit to a color. And then we'll just have something that we can reference later on. So I'm using this X-Tool P2 today. I already did a test pattern to see what settings I need to use to cut the wood at. And then we'll have a side that's all weathered and rough like this, and a smooth side, and get to see the difference of how it looks with the different stain colors. So we tested 3 of these samples, the natural cedar, the redwood, and the mahogany. And honestly, with the cedar, it doesn't really make that much of a difference. We already have a gallon of the natural cedar, so we're just gonna go with that. We did notice on this pine, it does make a difference. In the grain, it was darker on some of them. But since they look about the same, we're just gonna go with that cedar, and it should look great.
Who's gonna knock the can over first?
Well, this is definitely making a dramatic difference. It's a overcast day, sprinkling just a little bit, but it's really making the colors pop. It's looking really nice. color is looking incredible on this. It's looking so good, and one thing Dad pointed out is you can still see the texture from the sawmill on these beams, which is really cool. It just really brings out everything. And obviously this isn't like high quality cedar or anything. These were just trees that were there and we milled them. We weren't really worried about them being perfect, but I think that's just an awesome look. And we've also been pretty back and forth on if we were gonna stain the decking that's on top of the rafters. And now that we're seeing how it looks, we think we're just gonna go ahead and commit to putting it everywhere. If we didn't, then we'd have to tape off all this stuff and try to be really careful with it. But yeah, we're really liking this stuff. It's the Ready Seal natural cedar, and this is also gonna help with the UV, and also it's oil-based, so when water hits it, it should bead off and roll off for the most part. We're liking this stuff. By the way, in case you're wondering why Dad's been doing all the staining, it's because I really don't like staining, but I am gonna stain today. So we only have this 1 gallon, so we're just gonna stain until we run out of this, and then we'll come back and stain the rest once we get some more. Well, it started raining just as we started to finish up, but it is looking really good. We still have a little bit of stain left, but we figured we'd wait and do all that decking underneath when we get some more. But I'm really liking the way it turned out. You might remember originally when we milled this, when it's fresh off the mill, it has that kind of pink, purple, reddish kind of look. And while we haven't found a way to get that look back, this looks really cool. This is more of like a red, orange kind of look, but I think it looks really good with that black. So me and Dad are both loving the way this turned out. And so we decided with our fascia and our soffits, instead of doing the poplar like we're doing on the siding, we're gonna use cedar and stain it with the same stuff, so it'll just have that little accent all the way around the shed, and I think it's gonna look amazing. It also just feels so nice just standing under the porch now, especially when it's raining like this. You can kind of see inside now that once we put that roof on, no more water gets under there. So it's really nice just being able to stand under there and look around at the nature, and while the rain's coming down, you stay dry. I think that's gonna be one of my favorite spots to sit. That, and when we do the back deck, that's probably gonna be awesome too. That's gonna be a wrap for this video. Thank you to everyone that has liked and subscribed, and also a big thank you to everyone that backs us over on Patreon. Really appreciate your support, and we'll see you guys next time.